tournament. And you talk about all those things that you've done, Liv, you never beat me.
Hey guys, we're here at the Pink Square Circle. We'll talk about where is Becky Lynch's future in the new WWE. Will we ever see Becky Lynch again? Let's get the likes of as we come into the Pink Square Circle. Now, we're talking about here Becky Lynch, who was the Women's World Champion before losing to Liv Morgan, a King and Queen of the Ring. Last May is when she had her last match in WWE as of date. This when she was on Monday Night Raw, being a member of that brand shortly after losing the Women's World Championship. Now, she had a match. I believe that after that match, one more else to say about Becky Lynch. When we saw her after her match, she pretty much, we saw her put this on her social media page. We saw her walk off. And this is the last image we saw recently of Becky Lynch, which was last May. So it's question to believe, will she ever return? Now, we know Becky Lynch was a free agent. She opted out to go into free agency. There was rumor and speculation she was signed with other companies like AEW. We know that's not the case here. Now, they say she has re-signed, rumored. But somehow I don't believe that. I don't think she's on a WWE contract because Becky Lynch, she has been busy. She's a mother now. She's a daughter. She has a daughter. And thing about it is Becky's been busy as well. She's been trying to take a vacation, cool off, do her thing. We understand that, but we are now in February of 2025. It's pretty much been almost a year, a good 9, going on 10 months that we have not seen Becky Lynch. And the thing about it is Becky Lynch she's a popular figure. So soon we'll hear more about this interview that she recently did with Getting Over Wrestling podcast. Where's her future at still in 2025? And then, of course, we know how she came up, how she got popular with the main character. Let's check it out here.
Very few superstars get that defining moment. And you had that defining moment when you became the man. At what point did you realize, you're standing in there, the nose is broken, you're posing. Oh my gosh, this is the moment.
Oh no, I didn't have a clue what was going on. Really, I was so concussed out of my mind. I had no idea where I was. Like, I knew I had blood coming down my face, just didn't really care. I didn't like think of it as like, oh, this is.
You take stock of everything. I presume Rue's starting school soonish. Love her name, by the way. I forgot to mention that earlier.
Thank you.
Yes.
Me too.
Yeah, as I would hope you would, right?
Well, no, one of my friends told me, she was like, when you pick a name that you like, say it like 100 times a day, because that's how many times you're going to end up saying it. And so I actually did. And I was like, oh, I still like it. Still like it. Yeah, cool.
That's very good, especially because now she's stuck with it. But with her, I presume growing up, obviously starting school, how much longer do you see yourself wrestling full time? And whenever you do stop full time, do you think it's going to be one of those situations where, look, that was the part of my life and it's over? Or are you someone who's always going to want to come back for periodic short little runs, kind of like a John Cena?
I don't know. I don't know I don't know the answer to these questions. I genuinely don't. And I'm being so vague, and I don't mean to be in any way cagey. But I feel like I have a great mind for wrestling, a great love for it, and so it's always going to be there in my heart and in my head, and it's it's part of my family. It's the reason I have my family, so it's so important to me. I just don't know what that looks like in the future. I genuinely don't have any answers for you because I don't know. I don't know. I think life continues to surprise me in wonderful ways recently, and you can make all of.
Now that was Becky Lynch when she was with Chris Van Fleet, talking about how she became the man. Also talked about Getting Over Wrestling podcast of what's her future as far as wrestling goes. She said that she has, of course, she loves wrestling. You know, she'll never forget it and everything else. But she don't know where her future lies. She said, you know, basically, to sum it up, life throws you a curveball. You can go in many, many directions. Now, we can say, I've been saying for myself for months, that maybe Becky Lynch will pop out at Survivor Series 2024. That didn't happen because she was not playing. But the thing about it is, in other events, we have to remember too, Becky Lynch, she's not on the Elimination Chamber, PLE. She's not on the poster or Meeting Superstar Signs, anything. She's also not on the poster for the upcoming WrestleMania 41. That'll be in Las Vegas. She's nowhere near on the poster, no advertisements, not anything. And on top of that as well, for the upcoming WrestleMania, biggest show of the year in WWE, she's not on the Road to WrestleMania Europe tour either. There's a tour that's going to be in Europe in this year, 2025, and she's not going to be a part of that. Now, we also can say, since she has not been shown, we haven't seen at Survivor Series, we haven't seen at the Raw Netflix debut, or the Royal Rumble. Now, I've heard she was not planned for either of those appearances for those PLEs or events. However, will Becky Lynch make a surprise appearance in a comeback? Will she be a part of a major storyline that's going on currently? You know, throw it, shot in the dark. Maybe she's a part of the Who Attacked Jade Cargill. Maybe she'd be a part of a new faction. Because I heard she's supposed to have a brand new character, way different from the man character. She's going to pretty much a reboot of her whole character, something dark, something different, reportedly. So I don't know, but it's definitely questionable what's going on with Becky Lynch in WWE. Now, I don't know if she really wants to come back, and if so, on a full-time basis. And the reason I'm saying that, because we know that WWE has changed drastically over the past year and a half, 2 years. And I spoke about this before, that WWE is now owned by TKO. Now, there's reports saying that, as I stated, that people are frustrated within the company, wrestlers, talent, front office executives, and regular employees that are not wrestlers. Because no, Becky Lynch, she's a mother, like I said, to Rue. They said in interviews she's going to start school soon, so I know she's focused on that. So I know that's her main priority right now in life. Also, we know Becky Lynch, she did very well off the Becky Lynch book she did last year. Not Your Average Girl, The Man. That did well. It was a New York Times bestseller. So that's a great book. You know, she's still doing well off that. Also, Becky Lynch, we know, is a part of the Star Trek Starfleet Academy, which is on Paramount Plus. She has a role on there. I believe she did a season or recurrent episode, or episodes for that matter. So we know she's been busy. She's not hurting for cash or anything, but we don't know if Becky Lynch is going to return. Like I said, with the whole WWE, the way it's retooled now, they said that people are frustrating the company. The benefits are nowhere near like they used to be. And I know people online saying, well, that's just the employees, the front office, executives. It's the wrestlers too. It's everybody in the company, no matter what your position is. Whether you're in the ring, outside the ring, whether you're in a suit, whether you're in wrestling gear. And I believe that older people that have been, older tenured people that's been with the company, I believe that they're not happy with those benefits, because the benefits have changed. I heard that it may be a slight decrease in pay. Now it's made promotions. You know, if they're getting, what people don't understand is, with the changes in TKO, WWE, if they're making changes in the front office for the executives, it's going to trickle down to the regular wrestlers, the talent, whether it's part-time talent, full-time talent, long tenure talent, or short tenure talent. And I believe Becky Lynch is kind of conflicted of what she should do, because she is a parent, now, and she's trying to figure out what's the best thing to do, because maybe, she may not want to wrestle like that anymore. Now, I will say this for Becky Lynch. If she does come back to WWE, if we see her again, I believe it will be on a part-time basis. I don't think she'll be full-time anymore due to her being a mother and everything else. And of course, her husband Seth Rollins still in WWE. We know he re-signed a contract, but we never heard any reports that Becky Lynch officially re-signed a brand new contract. We haven't heard that. And I believe it's because of the change in WWE as well. Like I said before, they did say that Becky Lynch, is just thinking what she should do next. She's confused or whatever the case may be. Now, they say reportedly Alexa Bliss, before she showed up at the Royal Rumble in her return, reportedly she has signed a brand new contract shortly hours before the Royal Rumble, which is why they said she took Shotzi's spot in the Women's Royal Rumble. Now, I don't know. Becky Lynch, it could be a number of factors. It don't have to just be one. But I believe we're not going to really see her that much in WWE anymore. I believe she'll be on a part-time basis or have a short run, similar to what Trish Stratus is doing right now or what Nikki Bella's about to do. I don't think she's really going to be wrestling full-time anymore. And, of course, no offense to Becky Lynch, we have to realize as well, Becky Lynch, whether people want to believe it or not or accept it a lot or like it, Becky Lynch is a thing of the past. Becky Lynch debuted on the main roster back in 2015 after being in NXT as a part of the Four Horsewomen alongside Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Mercedes Moné, formerly known as Sasha Banks. And that time has came and gone. There's a lot of new women. It's a new era in WWE. We have Rhea Ripley as the Women's World Champion on Monday Night Raw. We have Tiffany Stratton as the WWE Women's Champion on Friday Night SmackDown. There's a lot. And then we have contenders. We have Liv Morgan. We have Lyra Valkyria, who's the Women's Intercontinental Champion. It's just a brand new era of women. And then there's more women that's coming up from NXT. That's a long list of women to have the best women's division. I just think Becky Lynch is a thing of a past, and Becky Lynch winning a title and being on the scene all the time, I don't think we're going to get too much of that anymore. I think, at this point in Becky Lynch's career, like I said, she decides to come back, she'd be more likely putting over talent, whether if it's in a women's title picture or a major feud. I don't think we're going to see that anymore because Becky already had her shine. I believe she's correct me if I'm wrong, maybe a 5 or 6-time women's world champion. She's won the title plenty of times in her career. She is a part of the women first time ever main eventing a WrestleMania, which was WrestleMania 35 in a triple threat alongside Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair, which she won and was named Becky Two Belts. So it's not like Becky has not accomplished anything. She has no accolades. She's done a lot. I just think it's her time to move on. I think she's accepted that. Life has changed for her. And I think Becky's ready to move on to the next chapter in her life. She still loves wrestling. Everything's done. It comes to the point in everyone's career, male or female, you have your run. You become champion. You be in major feuds. You headline WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, whatever PLE, or be the focal point of a show, whether it's Raw or SmackDown. Once that time is up, you're not the main focal point of a show or a champion or main eventing or being a major feud. It's time to move on. And I believe that's what's going on with Becky Lynch right now as we speak. She just conflicted on what her next move should be. But I will say, I just find it, something definitely is going on for Becky Lynch to be gone for close to a year. Because I know she won a vacation being burnt out, and I understand she came back earlier than usual. She came back, put over Liv Morgan with the Women's World title before she took her exit and took her vacation. But a vacation does not last this long. Becky Lynch, unless she's on maternity leave, she's pregnant again, or she's hurt. I highly doubt it. I just don't think we'll see much more of her anymore in WWE as far as I'm concerned. And that's all I have for where's Becky Lynch's future in the new WWE. Will we ever see Becky Lynch again? Yes, we will, but not on a full-time basis. And that's if she signs a contract. If so, a short-term contract, not a long-term contract. That's the way I see it. But we'll see how things are handled later on. We'll see when we see Becky Lynch, sooner than later. So we got to see how things fizzle out at the end of the day. soon. Check out the content here at Pink Square Circle. Until then, guys, I will see you guys later.